and then before I load it up onto our YouTube channel, I will, trim and splice it to fit where it needs to be and everything.
Right.
I am currently cross broadcasting on several platforms on Facebook right now. Okay, I am sharing this on various groups on Facebook. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to share it again. What time is it? It is 10:07. So we have about a good 7 minutes. We actually started at 10:15. So, but we'll probably start just a little bit early. But we want to give everyone time to log on because we let everybody know that we start at 10:15. So give me a moment here. Let me move this out the way. Oh shoot! I'm mixing up all my screens here. Okay. Let me get this out the way so I can see what I'm sharing here.
Right. I gave you back the
okay.
as a presenter.
Okay, let me go back on here and start sharing everything. I'm back. All right. As a presenter. All right, there we go. All right. But right now, we are getting ready to start our broadcast in about, let's say 10 minutes. Not even 10 minutes, about 7 minutes. And then we'll get started. And give me a second. I'm trying to do several things at one time. Give me just a second. I'm doing several things at one time here. Okay. Khaled Haj. I'm letting people know who you are, man.
I appreciate it.
After today, no more anonymity. Okay? No more anonymity after today. Get ready because they're gonna be coming for you.
All right.
The haters and the likes, all of them are gonna be coming for you. Everybody's gonna be coming for you. Haters, friends, and admirers alike, they are all coming. So we are putting you on blast as of now.
All right.
You are definitely being put on blast as of now. So just get ready for it, okay?
All right.
Just get ready for it. Now, let me see here. I'm going to try and, let me go to this one group. I was trying to share this with this one group, but it's a private group and I can't really just share it. Okay, I can go to it. I can't share it live with that private group. All right, everybody. I see people are starting to join in. And here in a moment, we're going to get started. But today we have a special guest host, Mr. It's pronounced Khaled.
Khaled.
And I should, okay, because my daughter's name is Khaled. And people pronounce her name all the time. They mispronounce, her name is spelled Khalel. So I should know how to pronounce this. It's Khaled Haj. Okay,
right.
So my daughter's name is Khaled. Actually, the correct pronunciation of it is Khaled. But it's kind of hard for people to roll that
right.
tongue underneath that H. So the correct pronunciation of it is
right.
Khaled Haj. But most people are never going to be able to say that. So
I always get that
Khaled Haj. And so that's why she just said, just call me K-A-L, like K-A-L-E-L. But it's actually Khaled. But just call me Khaled. So Khaled Haj, how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
We are glad to have you here today. And this is the RBBS Logistics Learning Center, and we are glad to have him here today. I think I still have the presenter on control, right? All right. Can everyone see? Can everyone see our? All right. I'm gonna mute everybody because I need you all to keep the mic clear for a second. So I'm gonna mute everybody for right now. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna unmute Khaled. All right. Today is a very special broadcast. Today we have a guest host. Our guest host today is Khaled Haj, and that's Khaledhaj. Some of you know him because he is a part of our platform. Mr. Haj joined our platform about about 4 months ago, about 4.5 months ago, and he is new to the industry. He had never been in this industry. He didn't know anything about trucking. He didn't know anything about freight brokering. He saw some of our videos and thought, "Oh, that looks interesting. I like the way they present that. I think I can try that and make money with it." So he came on board and he jumped right in. He called me up. He actually tested it, called up a carrier, hit him with the pitch that we told him to hit it with. The carrier signed up. He booked them, found them some loads. They went and searched for loads just when we told him to go search for loads. He booked that carrier load, and Khaled, I think you booked that load and you made $140 some odd, you made $100 some dollars on that load.
Right, $180. It was an $1,800 load.
$180, exactly. So he found the load, booked it just exactly what this is someone who has never been in trucking, didn't know anything about trucking. And I like people like that. Why? Because they have no preconceived notions. Individuals like that can be taught how to do something, and they just do it. They don't ask questions. They just do it. They follow on what's called blind faith. They take your word for it that, hey, this works, so I'm going to step out on it and make it work. And guess what? He did just that, and it worked. And then he took us at our next blind faith move and says that let us help you develop your entrepreneurial skills to be able to come into our platform, see what we're doing, and see what you can do to make it better for our members. So, guess what he did? He scheduled some private consultation. Now, I know we talked about what he wanted to do and how he was looking at certain things that we were doing within the platform, and he was going to try to develop some type of software or some type of innovation that would make our platform better, that would make things easier for our students and our members to search and find loads and things of this nature. And not only did he do that, but he found something that innovates the entire industry. So what we are about to introduce to you all is going to change the industry. Okay? It is literally going to change how you search load boards. It really is. But before we give him the floor, let's go ahead and do our normal thing. Hi, everybody. This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Network of Independent Dispatchers. Today is Saturday, and it is roughly 10:15, so it is time for the 6 Figures Booking Freight from Home show. Again, today is a very special show. Today we have a guest host, Mr. Khaled Haj. If you just joined us, hey, you're in for a treat. Go down and make sure that we acknowledge everyone who is in with us today. Let's do our roll call like we normally do. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and unmute everyone real quick. Now, if you have your mics wide open, if you're driving or anything like that, just remember after I remute everyone, we're going to go back to the call. All right. Of course, we have Mr. Haj. Hey, Mr. Haj, thank you for joining us. And look, I am so excited about what you're bringing to us today. But
thank you, Cal. Thanks for the warm introduction. Appreciate it.
No problem. Anytime. And we have TT. Hey, TT, how you doing? I understand you are new. Matter of fact, you just joined up like when? Just the other day?
Last night.
Last night, look, brand new. So you're here at a very exciting time. You're about to be witness to an industry Game changer. Okay, we have Mr. James Miller. Hey, James, how you doing? Nice to have you on. Mr. James, you just signed up last night too, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
You got a lot of new people in here. That's what we're talking about. Y'all coming in at the right time because you're gonna love this. Sean J. Hey, Sean, which is what's your real name, Sean? Is it Freddie? Or something like that? It's not. It's definitely not Sean J. I know you're a driver. Okay. Well, all right. And we have James Nelson. Hey, James, how you doing? Nice to have you back. And we have Kevin D. Whitaker. What's up, Kevin? Kevin, how you doing? All right, well, Kevin's kind of quiet. And we just had Mr. Jack Simmons to just join in. Jack Simmons just joined us in also, too. All right, we're going to have people that are going to be joining in from here because we're actually got started a little bit early. That's because we just couldn't wait. We had to jump the gun. I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone. Now, I want everyone to stay muted until Mr. Haj finishes his presentation. Or if you have to ask him a question, you can, I guess, unmute yourself and ask him a question, and he'll be more than happy to answer any questions for you. Now, as you all know, when we search load boards, you know, everyone knows that when you're looking for your carriers and their freight, and you know, they told you what they wanted, you got to go and try and find it, and it can be kind of difficult because you got to search through a lot of stuff. Okay, sometimes you have to use 2 and 3 different load boards, and you got to search until you find what that carrier is looking for. Well, those days are over. So I'm going to present to you all Mr. Khaled here. Let me mute everyone again, and I'm going to turn it over to him. And I give you all Mr. Khaled Haj.
Thanks, Calvin. All right. Let me accept this request here. Okay, I think I'm on. Can you guys hear me? Calvin, can you hear me?
I hear you, and I see you. You're loud and clear. Nice.
All right, good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good morning so far. And hopefully we'll make a better morning in just a few minutes. So to start off, as Calvin said, I did join the RBBS platform. Had no background in trucking, period, whatsoever. There's a lot to learn. I'm still learning. And there was a piece that I found a lot of people ask questions about, and it's something that I found missing when looking as an independent dispatcher for a load for a carrier, which is going through the load board and being able to quickly spot loads that I'm looking for. Our training was more like going through the load boards, figuring out what the prices we're looking for as a minimum cent per mile deal. And the only way to do that is to filter down and narrow down the search until you find the right number of loads that you can pick and choose from based off of your requirements. So, Calvin, can you see my screen here? You guys can give me a signal that you can hear me and still see my screen?
Yeah, I see you.
Okay.
So, can you hear me?
I can, yes. Okay, so from here, the piece of software extension.
Because you have it on the RBBS. Because you have it on the.
Let's see. All right. Can you see my screen here, Calvin, or anybody? If you can give me a signal.
Yes.
Okay. So this is currently, I'm on my website, Straight Dispatch. It's actually spelled out straight, STR, the number 8, to make up the word straight, and then dispatch. So straightdispatch.com. This is my website here, and I have linked the piece of software in my website. So it's a quick download here to that extension. So the first thing we would like to do is go over that actual extension, what it does, and how to get to it. So this is a dispatch helper link on my website. When you click on that, it takes you to the page on my website that has the information regarding that extension. So from here, it gives you a basic overview and description of what it does and how to get to it. So basically says that this is an extension that helps people quickly spot the loads depending on the predefined set of minimum cent per mile they're looking for. So in other words, on a load board, if you're looking for $2 per mile, you would have to calculate and do the math based off of those loads. With my piece of software I have, it will give you that information immediately once you configure those settings. So here are some screenshots I have on my website that explain what it does. So let's start off with just the general look of how, general look and feel of what the image would look like once you have that extension. So this is a screenshot I took from 123 load board. For sure everybody's familiar with this. This is one of the load boards that a lot of people look and search for loads. So from this screenshot, you're going to go to the 123loadboard.com and do your normal search for a load and do the predefined settings and whatnot. The weight, the point A to point B, the destination, and hopefully spot out the good paying loads for whether it's your trucks or your independent, as an independent dispatcher for your other carriers. So from this load board here, the screenshot on this load board, you can see the first arrow at the top is going from 123 load board, just explaining that I'm on that website. And then you would click on that truck icon, that's my Straight Dispatch icon, that's my Straight Dispatch logo. It will throw out a small box here for you that gives you those options to set. Those are the settings you would have. So the one requirement for this to work is Google Chrome. That's the browser I'm in right now. So from here, you can see this page that has my logo, Straight Dispatch. My slogan is always running simplified. And then so looking from this, try to make this as user-friendly as possible. It's very straightforward, straight to the point, and it works. So from here, underneath settings, it has minimum cost per mile is where you would set the number that you're looking for. So in this example, I'm looking for at least 2.4 per mile. And underneath that, there's an option to choose the color, and I chose red. Once I set $2.40 as the minimum, and I chose red, my software on this load board will quickly identify and spot out all the loads that are paying the minimum of $2.40 per mile and highlight them in red, as you can see in this screenshot. And I try to put like arrows in what each setting would do, but it's pretty straightforward. Excuse me. So from here, this load that's highlighted in red, it's red because I chose the color red, and it's highlighted in red because it found out that this load is actually paying at least $2.40. This could be $2.79 per mile. It could be a $4 load, who knows, right? But it's at least guaranteeing to you that from the pickup location to the drop-off location, according to the broker's information on this load, it is paying $2.40 or more. And this is from the 123 load board website, or load board. So I'm going to move to the next screenshot, which is on truckersedge.dat.com. So this is DAT's load board. So you do your regular, in this example, I guess I have the pickup from, I guess, Northeast, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, or Delaware, and then I have few destinations because they may want to go to a quick run to New Jersey, they're willing to go down to Florida, and what have you. Same deal, I put 2.7 cents per mile in this specific example, and I chose the color green because I thought green on this load board may look a little better and easier for me to spot. However, whatever the color you choose is what's going to highlight it for you. Now, this example here, I'm looking at 3 load boards that are paying me the minimum $2.70 or more. So this could be, again, paying $2.80, $3.10, but at the minimum, it's paying at least $2.70. And as you filter down your load board and start looking for loads, it's going to automatically populate and highlight any loads that's paying whatever the minimum cost per mile you have set in the settings on my software or my extension. So I'm going to move to the next screen here, just a basic screenshot of what it looks like before you plug in your license key. So once you download, and we'll go through that and do a full demo actually in a moment here. But from here, this is the basic software very first login page. Straightforward. It's my logo up there. Enter your license key. That's the key you would receive in an email that I will send you after you subscribe or inquire a license. You plug that in there, you hit login. Once you hit login, you're going to go back to those basic settings. Enter how much you're looking for as a minimum cent per mile, and choose the color. Underneath here, you have, if you have, for whatever reason, received an extension key or a license key and lost it, you type in forgot license key. This search box here where it says enter license key will switch to enter your email address. You would type in your email address and request the key. You'd get an email address with that key. And then if you're new and you happen to download and install the software and do not have a key, you click on new user or sign up here. You click on that link and it'll take you to my website, which is this page. So when you click on that, you'll go to this page. That gives you the link to download the extension as well as sign up for it. So let's go with right now I have a 3-day free trial, and that's the link. It says start here or start trial. So this line here is where you can click on it. You click start trial, and it takes you to the PayPal page for checkout. On the terms here, you notice it says free for the first 3 days, and then it's $4.99 per month. And this is a subscription of $4.99 per month, which I think is very affordable, and anybody could really, in my opinion, pay that amount as a dispatcher or an independent trucking company. Seeing the value of what this can bring for you, $4.99 I think is a very good number. So once you do that, you'll receive an email, and of course you can always email me, and I'm going to add an email link here or a form for you to contact me should you have any issues. But once you subscribe, you'll get a free 3-day trial with a key, and that's when you would go to that extension, or even following the steps here. Here's how it works. It says after you sign up, download the extension. So you first go into that PayPal page. You make your payment, $4.99 per month. You're going to get 3 days of free trial. You can always cancel. And after that 3-day trial, once you play with it and understand how it works and see the value of it, you may decide to keep it for $4.99 a month, and you'll be charged 3 days after the first time you signed up or purchased the software, since it's a 3-day free trial. So after the sign up, you would download the extension, and it says extension here. You would simply click on this link, and we're going to do this together. It's going to take you to my dispatch helper, the freight dispatch helper, and this is where you would download the software. So it's offered by, here's my website, the link to my website, and these are the same screenshots I have, just explaining to people how it works and whatnot, give them an idea. You would add an extension, and I'm going to point out here that there's a review tab, which I would really appreciate it if you guys left me an honest review, whether it's good or bad. Just be honest with your review. If you see value, you can come in here and put in the review and let me know what you think, or if there's anything you guys suggest or recommend to add to this extension. That'd be really appreciated. Now, going back to the same page where you can download, you can click on Freight Dispatch Helper, Add to Chrome. Again, we are in the Google Chrome web browser. So it's as simple as clicking Add to Chrome, and it's going to say, do you want to add this Dispatch Helper? It can read and change data on a number of websites. If you wanted to see what the websites are that this can have access to, you can click on Show Details. It's going to say it can make changes to 123loadboard.com, all dat.com sites, Trucker Path, and Straight Dispatch. So these are not obviously going to change anything in your browsing experience. It's just getting access to those sites that you'll be working with so that it can do its job. Then you basically click on Add Extension. All right, Freight Dispatch Helper has been added to Chrome. That's it. You see that? You guys see that here? It's on the very top right. It's my logo. It's in a small circle over there. And now, if you click on that icon, we're going to go to this page that says Enter License Key. Log in. After you type it in here, you can log in, or you can hit Forgot License Key or New User. Let's go with Forgot License Key for a second, just to give you guys a feel of how it looks. It says Forgot License Key. Enter your registered email address. So if you type something that's not in here, you're not subscribed, this is an invalid email address, it will tell you this is not a registered email address with us. However, if you had an email that is registered with us, it will say mail successfully sent. And then I would be getting an email with that license key. And then here it says, I already have a license key, go back. So you can go, click on this go here in blue, takes you back to that main license key page. So let's give this a shot. If you type in your license key, and you hit login, this automatically switches to different options. At the very top, you have help and support, request load board, and log out. So request support and the help/support links are actually links that once you click on them will open your default mail client on that device that says, hey, I want to request a new load board to be added to your system. And then we'll definitely work on that. As of now, we have, as I mentioned, 3 main load boards, and those load boards are the compatible ones at this point in time, and I am working on other ones, and we'll be adding more as we go. So those basically are help support, request load board to send me an email to request a new load board, and then log out. Now, the minimum cost per mile, we went through that. It could be $2, and you want the color to be green. And then once you hit save, it'll say settings updated. Now, once you do that, you're done. This is always going to look for loads on those compatible load boards for a minimum cost per mile of $2, and always highlight them in green unless you change it to blue, red, or gray, or whatever color that we have available here. So I'm going to sign out, and I'm going to actually go to, let's do Trucker's Edge, for example. I'm just going to do a new search, and I'm going to do a random search here. I'm not looking for anything specific, but you guys would do your normal, you know, origination, destination, weight, whatever, what have you. And then on this load board, this is how it normally looks like. You would do your normal thing with trying to figure out where it's going, how much it's paying, and whatnot. And here's where my extension comes to play. So since I've downloaded this, and since I have a license for it, I can then activate my license. Now I want to look for 2.10, so $2.10 per mile. And I want to go with red. I hit save, and then what should happen is if there are anything here, if there's any loads that are paying $2.10 per mile, that would be highlighted in red. So let's start with $1.50, just to spot out anything that's paying that amount as a minimum again. Let's see here. Is that right? That should have got me something by now, I think. Let's do... Alright, let's do... So, we're going to go, just to make this a bit easier, we're looking for something starting Monday or Tuesday, whatever the case may be. And we're going to hit search. Save. Am I doing something wrong here, Calvin? Today's what? Today's the 22nd.
Yeah, what are you on, dat?
I'm on dat, looking for a 22nd to...
Hold on.
I have it as low as $1.
No, try.
Let me refresh my page real quick.
No, try looking for something from the 23rd, because from the 22nd.
Right, no, so I think this was open before I think, before I activated. So, because I signed out just a minute ago and signed back in. So, let's do this. So, if you signed out, you may need to enter your license key and then refresh your page. That's what it was. So now it loaded the fresh data after I'm signed in. And then you search. There you go. All right. Oops, sorry. All right. So as soon as I did that, right? So I put 2,000 per mile red. I have a carrier that wants 2,000 or more. That's all they're worried about. So I look at where they are, where they want to go. I come in here and I say $2, highlight in green. I hit save, and real quick I can scroll down. Oh, there's one already. So you saw how quick that was for me to spot out that this specific load is paying at least whatever I have defined here as $2 per mile highlighted in green. And of course, you can do a quick scroll down. Up, all these are paying at least $2 as a minimum for whatever I have predefined in my search. And if anything does come up, it will or anything disappears, it will update that. So if this happens to be changing now as we speak, it will get highlighted as we go. And like you said yesterday, Calvin, or you said this morning with the test you were doing yesterday, you saw something as you were exiting, you saw something pop up. So that was like in real time. Exactly. If someone posts something right now that pays that amount, it will auto-highlight it to whatever color you have defined in your settings here. So as I mentioned this to you earlier today, Kevin, on our call, I was demoing this yesterday to somebody, showing him that if he wants to look for something paying $3 per mile and highlight it in blue, I showed him that you can simply put that in the extension settings here, and it will change, and you can quickly spot out that this is paying at least $3 or more. And as I was explaining to him, I was actually trying to explain that if you were to put $5 and not find anything, nothing will be highlighted. And in fact, we actually found something paying $5, and here we are on the live test here. Those are paying $5 per mile. This is another one here paying $5 per mile. So most likely these would be smaller runs that are going to pay, you know, $5 per mile or more. There you go. There's a 3 here. Here's 1. So this is going $650 for 106 miles. And there are a few others here. And there you go. Those are being updated now. This is 144 miles. It's paying $725. So that way we can even go with, let's see if there's anything paying $6 a mile. If anything comes up in blue, or again, we can go with, I don't know, gray or red. If anything gets highlighted here, then that will tell us real quick. I basically went through all those loads. This is a 74-mile run that's paying $450. So this is going to quickly point out and spot anything that's paying, you know, what do we have, $6? Anything that's paying $6 or more on this load board, and that's the value this can bring to any trucking company or any dispatching agency or an independent dispatchers. And if we go to, I'm going to switch over to Trucker's Path. Same deal here. I don't think we're going to find anything that's paying $6, but let's go back to like $2.3. So if we're trying to look for something paying $2.30, we'll put that in there, and we can quickly like scroll down and see if there's anything paying that amount. So this is, we're going to look for anything in the early next week. If there's anything that's going to pop up here matching what we're searching for, it will show up. So nothing for $2.30, let's go for $2. If there's anything here, it will show. And that's kind of the idea of how we can get this and use this extension in software to search for loads that are going to quickly spot out anything paying whatever your defined amount is and whatever that color you're looking for. That applies to Trucker's Edge. That applies to 123 load board as well as Trucker's Path. I'm sorry, as well as DAT load board. I don't know if I have anything here, but I'm just going to do a quick search. What do we have here? Let's do blue. I think this is all next week. What's our settings here? We did 1.5. Should happen is it should highlight anything. Oh yeah, I may need to refresh this page. So going into this board, and let's go, I don't know, northeast. For flat, van, or reefer, I guess oh, we can't do anywhere. Let's go west. Alright, so it looks like we may not have. Alright, so this one just found one paying that much. This is a very low paying load, I guess. But that's kind of how it works. We can try to increase our search just for the purpose of this demo here and see if we find any more loads. Here goes another one. And that's the idea. That's basically the idea of how this can quickly spot out. So if I have a carrier that says, maybe 2 carriers, one of them wants, you know, $3 per mile or don't ever call me. I'm going to set $3 here. I think I'm going to go with red and hit OK. Those 2 loads right off from the get-go here, those 2 loads are 2 loads that I can try to get this carrier and see if I have anything else. Here are 2 more. Oh, those just refreshed. Looks like there are a lot of, those are shorter runs. So this is a 147 miles. It's paying $725. The next one here is 100, and this is the same one, I guess. The one underneath that, number 3, is 74 miles, and it's paying $450. So they all do match. And I know if somebody's thinking, maybe we can just go and search by the offer. This does not necessarily mean it's the highest paying load per mile rate. Am I correct, Calvin? So you can have something paying $2,000, but when you do the math with the trip, it's actually not necessarily the highest paying load. Does that make sense? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is a $2,000 load, but in fact, the one here that's paying $775 for 186 miles is a higher paying cent per mile than the one that's paying $1,000 or $2,000, because this is running off of 1,244 miles.
Yeah.
So even if you search for that, right? Even if you search for that, that may not necessarily be the best paying load for you there. And again, if we want to go for, let's see if we find anything paying $4 a mile, which is pretty high, and that will still filter. So all these are actually paying, those few short trips here are actually paying more than that, or at minimum $4 or more. And there you go, that just refreshed, and those seem to be the same ones. So you guys get the idea, right? So that's kind of like, that's the power of what this software / extension can get for you guys, and that applies again to anything you're working with. In terms of, what is this, let's say New York, in terms of those 3 load boards, there will be other load boards that will be added to this extension for compatibility. And of course, I'm open to any questions, suggestions, comments you guys may have for me. I think that's about it. Did I miss anything, Calvin? I think that's basically everything that I wanted to go over, unless I missed something or forgot something. So again, those 3 load boards are the main 3 load boards that we can use as, in this point of time. I am working on a few others, and I will be open to, from that extension, you guys can email me and send me requests. So hey, I use Trucker's Edge, I love the extension, but it's not working with XYZ load board. Then I'll definitely look into that, see what information I would need from those guys and from that load board. I'll have to figure out how it's built. And I can definitely integrate it with my extension and add new extensions to my, add new load board websites to my extension as we go. One other thing is I can mention while I have you guys up here. So if I did a log out and I sent you this license key, there you go. So somebody actually on this call already used my extension, I guess, and then signed out. So did you see that, Calvin? So somebody just used that thinking it's going to work for both of us, and that's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Right. While I'm signed in, this key is only going to work for me. So whoever just took that and used it, if they log in right now and I attempt to log in with that same code, it's going to give me that error message that showed up a second ago saying only one person can use this. Exactly. So that's kind of how this will work. So 1 key per user, 1 key per user it will only work at one point in time, and that's why you guys would have to, get your own license key.
No hijacking keys here.
Right.
We'll be able to do that.
Right. So that's how that works. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we can do or go over, but I think I've covered everything.
Well, I'm going to be going over some things that apply to our platform, and we've got a big announcement for people who are already part of our platform. So I'll make that announcement as soon as you switch this back over to me and everything. All
right. So I think I got everything. So minimum cost per mile. In some cases, if you put like 60. Let's say 54. This does not always work. Of course, I would doubt there's going to be anything paying 54 per mile, but obviously it would be 5.4. But if you miss something and put 54, the algorithm is going to try to understand that you may have made a mistake here and try to find you something paying $5.40. But the way it works, it's built off of going with 3 point, so it's a number, decimal, another number. But if you just type in 34, it will try. It may not always work, but it'll try to, it'll think you may have made a mistake here and forgot a dot, and try to find you something paying $3.04 per mile and go off of whatever color you have in that. And one other thing would be, so another thing to note is, this obviously works off of the load board that has the information provided by the broker. So if there's anything, if there are loads that are not, that do not have the information and don't have the paying cent per mile, they will not be highlighted because there's no provided information. Exactly. So that would have to be, so if there's anything, this might, I don't know what this is paying, but there is no rate. That's why it's not even going to look at it to try to give you a recommendation on that. And with that said, if you left this at 0, on any of those load boards, it will assume you're looking for 0 or more, right? So if it's 0, anything that's showing anything in a positive number being, obviously it's not going to be in the negative, but if it's paying $0 or more, then it's going to be highlighted because this piece of software is assuming that's what you're looking for. So that also, and then it goes up from there. So 0.5 is going to look for anything paying at least 50 cents or more per mile, and then as you go forward, you start looking for $3 a mile. If it finds anything, it'll highlight it, and then and so on and so forth. If you're looking for something paying, I don't know, let's do $7 a mile. These are shorter runs, and these are paying $7 a mile as we look at them here. It's just $300 for 36, assuming that's 7 point something. And things like that. So that's kind of how this extension works and can help and bring value to any owner-operator that uses a load board or any independent dispatcher that actually uses any of those load boards. I believe that covers everything for me. Of course, I'm open to any questions, suggestions, or comments you guys may have. I'll switch over to Calvin, unless Calvin, you have something you want me to go over that I missed or may have missed.
No, I'm gonna go over it on Trucker's Path because I have the key already loaded up. And,
okay.
And so I'm gonna go over it and show them some things that are specific to our network and how they can use this in their script in bringing on and trying to attract new carriers. Okay,
right.
So we're gonna be going over some stuff on that, and I'm gonna be showing them how this works on Trucker's Path, and we're just gonna go over some specific things. But this goes without saying. Hey, look, great job.
Thank you.
Great job. This is,
I appreciate it.
This is exactly what we mean when we say, innovation, and I want everyone to kind of just keep in mind that our platform is not just for learning how to book freight. We hope that it will help you in developing your entrepreneurial skills. And as I mentioned before, Mr. Haj, he came to us. He had never been in trucking, had no interest in being in trucking or in the freight industry, and 4.5 months later, this is what he gets. Go ahead and switch. But like I said, because I think we only had maybe 3 or 4 private consultations, and we were talking about you developing something that would aid our members. And
right.
Lo and behold, you come up with something that aids the entire industry.
Right.
And he's being very modest. Okay. But I'm telling you right now, this is a game changer. I can't imagine any independent dispatcher who is dispatching correctly as far as sending your carriers and your carriers with the profile sheet, and your carriers are letting you know how much money they need to move their truck. This is a game changer. Because it cuts down on your time. A lot of you are always talking about, well, do I have time to do this? Do I have time to do this? Or I've got to search through all these different load boards, and I'm trying to find those loads that pay the amount that they're looking for. Now you don't have to worry about that. It immediately is going to highlight those areas. You can go directly to them. So you immediately have a list of loads that you can supply, that you can present to your carrier.
Right.
And if you're an owner-operator, my God, I can't imagine any owner-operator not wanting this software. If if you go to Lowe's and look for Lowe's, this software is a must. Everyone's gonna want it. So he's being modest, but I'm not so modest. Okay, this is a game changer. You are witnessing the birth of someone who is about to become a multi-millionaire. I'm not, and it's like you said, while we were doing this, someone actually tried to go on and use the key, I guess, to see if they can get it for free.
Right.
But no, we will have none of that. Okay. All right. Go ahead. All right, Khaled, go ahead and get the control back. And
yes.
I'll go ahead.
Switching over to you, putting myself back to mute. If anybody has any questions, I was not looking at any chats or anything.
Okay.
If you guys have any questions, you can message me, whether it's on this conference or meeting or on Facebook. I'll be more than happy. And I'll also try my best to stay to the end of this. Again, I'm going to be on mute and switching back the presenter to Mr. Calvin. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys know how to get to me. If you guys have any questions, you can go to my website, or from that extension, if you have downloaded, you can click on any of those links for like help, and you'll get my email. And I'm pretty responsive and quick with emails.
Okay. All right, everybody. We're gonna take a quick break here, real quick. Give y'all a chance to come up with your questions, and we're gonna go over to our platform, and I'm gonna show you how this all works within our platform, and a special announcement with who is a subscription member is gonna love when it comes to this software. Give me just one moment. All right, everybody, we are back. All right, everyone, we are back. And first of all, can everyone hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Y'all know I like feedback. Mr. Khaled, he doesn't get much feedback, but I like feedback. All right, great. All right, let's get some opinions. What did y'all think?
Awesome.
Look, that's exactly what I said. Look, when this young man came to me, he came to us about 4 months ago, about 4.5 months ago, and he joined our platform. And I remember talking with him then, and we was talking about developing software. And, I hear that all the time. I mean, I hear people talk like this all the time. But he actually went out and he took our advice and he did exactly what he said that he was setting out to accomplish. And that's what it's all about. Now, how does this going to apply for us? Now, I have an announcement for everyone. Khaled and I are working on a way that every subscription paying member of our platform, this will be included with your subscription. So there will be no need for you to go out and repurchase it. We are going to make it available to every subscription paying member. So if you're paying your monthly subscription, we will take care of paying for your monthly access to the software. In other words, you will get a key, just like everyone else. You will get your own specific key. You have your own login. You won't be sharing logins. You won't be sharing keys. Because there is no sharing of keys. Okay, there is no sharing of keys. You have your own login. Now, if you are late on your subscription payment, we would notify Mr. Khaled that you are late. And he he has his own grace period as far as how long you can run on his platform without paying your subscription fee before he suspends your access. Okay, so let's remember that. So if you are, we're gonna take care of paying it for you. But if you're late, guess what? Then we're not gonna pay it for you. When you pay your regular monthly subscription fee, we'll pay. You know, that same day he gets paid for the key access. Okay, so as long as you're paying your subscription on time, you won't ever have a problem. And this is included with whatever you're paying right now. So if you were on the $19.95 subscription plan, guess what? It's included. Now some of you are on that $19.95 because you came in back when the what's called was like $599 to join, and then you paid $19.95 per month, or you joined when we didn't have a subscription fee, and then we later let you start paying your subscription. But a lot of you are, and some of you are on our new platform where you just paid where you came in doing our limited time offer of just coming in at the $39.95 per month, and then after that we started at $349, which is what we have now. But everyone, regardless of where you are on what type of plan you're on, regardless of where you are, if you are paying your monthly subscription, this will be included. We are working on a way to make that happen. And what's going to happen is, if you all contact Mr. Khaled about this software and you let them know that you are a member of our platform, he will then contact us, and then we will let him know if you are a subscription paying member or not. And if that's the case, we would give him the go ahead and approve you for your key. Okay? And then if you are late on your payments, guess what? If you are late on your payments, you will not, we'll let him know that you haven't paid your payment yet. That's why he hasn't got his payment yet. Now, it's just like as if you went straight to him and got it yourself. And that's what you want to do and pay the extra $4.99, knock yourself out. Okay? But, for those members who are already subscription members, this will be included. Okay, you will be able to contact him and get your key and up-to-date paying member. Now, if you are behind, we're not going to pay him up-to-date bring your so questions. Let's go. This works with our platform. Now, as you all know, here we are here. Let's go to our back office tools and resources. I already have this loaded up on our, Let me go to our back office here. I already have this loaded up on Trucker's Pad. I have loaded up on Google. So we're going to go, and as you can see here, there's his, what you call it right there. As you all can see. There it is. And can you all see that? See, I'm already in, okay? And as you can see, let's go to let's go to Trucker's Path. Let's go to our back office area. Back office tools and resources. But this is definitely a game changer. So our back office tools and resources. All right. Now, let's see how this works with Trucker's Path. Okay. We've already got it loaded up. So basically what you would do is when you come to this area, you're gonna look for your load board. Now, if there's a load board that you all want to make this compatible with, all you have to do is go to your settings. Once you software. All you got to do is go to the settings and then do. Let's put a link for. Is everyone still with me? Because I'm not getting any feedback.
Yeah, we're here, Calvin. You were breaking up a bit, but now you're coming back.
Am I breaking up for everyone or just for one or two people? Connection.
Breaking up for me also.
It looks like from
Going in and out.
Yeah, I'm on both my cell phone, Calvin, and the and on the conference on my browser. It's coming up on both, so it must be the streaming part of things going in and out.
Yeah, that's probably why you're on both. Okay, but let's look at Trucker's Path. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way here. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way. Now, let's look at Trucker's Path. Right, you can see the information there. Let's go ahead and change this to, let's say 2.75. Change that to 2.75, and let's make the color green. Let's hit save. All right. Now we're going to go to truckloads for carriers, because remember, because this is not for brokers per se. Because remember, if you did this, I'm as a broker, you would basically be double broker. You know that, right? Now, for those of you who are brokers, I apologize. Everything is not for you. Okay, everything is not for brokers. Okay, if you are a broker, you are using this and you're doing this, getting loads from other brokers. That's double broker. Okay, now this is definitely for those individuals who are dispatchers and owner-operators. I hope I'm coming through clear. Someone give me some feedback and let me know if I'm coming through clear or if I'm breaking up. But I don't know that unless you all give me some. All right, great. All right, now this is not necessarily, owner-operators, carriers, independent dispatchers, anything of that. Okay, so which is a huge the industry. We have someone whose mic is open. Let me see who that is. Might be James Miller. James, is that you? Well, we have a lot of people. I set it back off. All right. Yeah, so we're getting a lot of feedback from you there. All right. Let's look for some loads here. All right. So let's say, does anybody have a area you want to look for loads out? Somebody let me know.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee. The great state of Memphis. See, y'all, they go crazy Calvin again. Yeah, y'all know I just got diagnosed with diabetes. Just got to the hospital on Tuesday. And
Calvin is back.
Wait, hey, I got a pocket. I had a pocket full of carrots here in my pocket, but I got my almonds and my superfood juicing, and I got my carrots up there. So, but hey, you know me, I got to attack it head on. So from Memphis, Tennessee to where? To anywhere?
Yeah, anywhere.
All right. Now we got it in at 2.7. I think it was 2.75. Right. Let's look for loads that's leaving out on Monday. Right.
Okay.
Monday. All right. Let's test this on Trucker's Path. See how this bad boy works. All right. Let's find some loads. I might need to sign in. Let me sign in first of all. Let me sign in. All right. We're signing in there. There we go. And there's our loads. Now, we got it marked for green, right? So we're looking for 2.75. I think I marked it for green. Let me reset this to be sure. I think I'm using my right key. 2.75 set for green. Let's hit save. See if we got any loads leaving out Monday that's paying that 2.75. All right. We're looking. Did we save it? All right. Waiting on Google Chrome to do its thing. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. We got the system here is the internet here is buffering like really slow. So here we are back. Let me change this to 2.5 and see what that gives us then. Let's see if it looks like we're not finding any loads that's at that amount. So let's try this again at 2.5 and see what we get out of Memphis. An error on this. Why am I getting an error? Let's try Memphis, Tennessee. All right, now it's pulling up. All right. Maybe do I need to go back in my key? Well, no, I'm logged in.
No, maybe just refresh your page because it looks like your session cut out from the internet.
I'm logged
You're buffering
in.
right now. Can you hear me?
It says I'm buffering.
Now it cleared up, but refresh your page on the load board.
Okay, let's do this. All right, let me log.
Yeah, it looks like it kicked you out. That's why.
All right, I'm logged in. Okay, we got 2.5 in green. Save. Okay. Let me do my search again.
You see, you're doing Memphis, Tennessee on the 24th for a flatbed?
Yeah, for a flatbed. It's trying to see if I've got 2005.
Yeah, I got a few on my end.
No, why it's not pulling up on my end? Do I not? Being in my key code, it's showing the access. We're gonna try logging out and then logging back in.
Sure.
Try logging out and then logging back in. Give me a second here. All right. Let's try 2.5 and let's try green. Let's do save. All right. It might be my internet here. Hold on here. Did it save? All right, now let's try refreshing, finding loads. And let's see what we get.
Interesting. I'm doing kind of the same search. You have Memphis, Tennessee, right?
Yep, Memphis, Tennessee. And I believe I am in Google Chrome.
So I'm putting 2.6 and I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have about like 7 probably.
I don't know why it's not pulling up.
Let me see if you have anything different. Let's see. Can I do request control?
Let's try a different color. see what's going on. I don't know why it's not working under my. It was working just fine yesterday.
Yeah, it seems like. Not sure. See, it keeps kicking you out. I don't know why, but
it might be the internet here.
I think so because when you like on my side, when I do the 2.5 and save it, it immediately says saving, whereas yours doesn't. I don't know if it's the buffering or if it's your actual internet that's a bit slow.
Yeah, because when I was at my condo, it was popping up.
Yeah, I think it is your internet.
It was fine. And here is I don't know if it's buffering slow or what, but for some reason.
Yeah, that should definitely get you some results.
Green.
Let's see what I have on mine. I search for van or flatbed, let's say. Yeah, I got like 4.
Here, let's try Annie. Let's see what we get with that. It should have applied.
What about like if you do another load board?
Okay, let's try a different load board. Give me a second. Let me try this one more time. Okay, if it's showing the loads, it should be showing.
Yeah, the settings you should be able to just hit, like if you have 1 per mile in green and hit save, you don't need to do that every time. It should store that.
Maybe there's something up with the extension that I'm not. The extent I need to reload.
Calvin, here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to go in the chat here and paste my demo key if someone wants to test this. All right, I just gave out my demo key to somebody or anybody if they want to jump in and try to do it on their end. It's working on my end on that same load board. Not sure why it's not going with Calvin's.
Let's log in. Okay, we are now logged in. screen. Try for Monday. I'm not getting the green. I'm not sure what's preventing it from I mean, I'm logged in. I'm getting access to loads, but it's not showing up.
Yeah, let me see if I can jump into your machine, Calvin. So that's an option.
All right. Trying to see if it's the key or what.
Let's see, request control. Yes.
Give me a second here. Let me give you control. There we go. You got it now.
Okay, so I should be in. Yeah, it's a bit slow. Like when I click on your page, it takes a few seconds for me to see the response. But let's see what's going on here. I also shared the screen with the group, the demo key with the group if somebody wants to try that out. Because on my side, I did the same search you just did, Calvin, and I'm getting some good responses there. Getting about 5 each search. All right. So that's in. Let's do $2. Let's do red. So when that says setting updated, that should be it, basically. You wouldn't need to yeah, I don't know if you need to maybe restart your browser. Let's see.
Yeah, because it's not showing on my computer.
Yeah, what about the other? Are you getting anything on the other load boards?
Key. Has anyone tested the demo key? Has anyone tested the demo key? Well, we got a whole bunch of people on here, but no one's responded. Has anyone tested the demo key?
Hey, Calvin, this is Aaron. I'll be willing to test it, but I just logged on. I don't have the link.
Oh, we may need to repaste that then. There you go.
Okay, someone said I don't know how to.
All right, let's do this. I'll send in the key and the link to my site. Chat. This is the key. This is the key. All right. So from my website, you can this. You can click on that website and click on Download Extension. That'll take you directly to the download.
Okay.
And then you would just download that. And this would need to be in Chrome browser.
Chrome is what I'm in. Okay, give me just a second.
Sure. All right, Calvin, let's try this. Can I access your machine? Can you right-click on my extension, Calvin, and hit delete?
Can I do what?
You can right-click on my extension icon there, and just remove it, and then re-download it, maybe, or something. Just curious as to why it stopped working on your end.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and because you sent me this thing through Facebook, so I'm gonna go back to Facebook and recopy the.
Okay.
I'm not sure let's see if I can re-put it in. I mean, it may not be refreshing the key from the. I may have to put it in directly to see what happens.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm doing the same kind of search you are, and I'm getting like different results. Not sure why it's not allowing you.
Quick question. This is Aaron again. So I'm at the home page. How do I go to where I use the key? How do I navigate through the site?
All right. Did you download the extension, Aaron? If you're on my website, there is a download extension menu.
Okay, I see it, and I just clicked on it.
That should take you to the download where it says Add to Chrome. Are you seeing that?
Add to Chrome. Click on it.
Right,
It
and then it will appear on your...
and just click Add Extension?
Correct. You add the extension, yes.
Okay, it's added.
Once you add it, it's going to bring up a box saying, hey, here's your extension or whatever. You can click on that, and all you see is a license key at that point.
Okay.
License key I sent you.
Okay, got it. Okay, I'm putting the key in now.
Okay.
Log in.
Yes. Let me know if it gets you in.
And it's asking minimum cost and color setting screen, and then save. That's what popped up.
You can put in whatever, put in $2 for the minimum, and then choose red or green.
Okay. And red, and save.
Right. And then you can go to, let's see, Calvin is on Trucker Path, so you can go to that same website and see if it works on your end.
Okay.
Do a search there, and we'll see what's going on. Because I was able to do it from my side. Calvin tested this yesterday and last night, and it worked for him. And somehow it's not working now. And I'm thinking it's probably through his connection. Maybe there's something going on that he needs to restart his network.
Okay, so I got the last part where I put the $2 and I put in red.
Right.
And what was after that? I'm sorry.
Do you have access to Trucker Path?
I do.
Okay, let's go to Trucker Path and search any load, really. It doesn't matter. The point is to see whether or not it will highlight any load that's paying you $2 per mile or more, because that's what the piece of software does for us. Since you put $2 and you chose red, you should have anything that's paying $2 or more highlighted in red for you on the Trucker's Path load board.
Oh, okay. So now I haven't used Trucker Path. I mean I have access to it, but I haven't really used it. I'm still learning. I'm not full up yet. So
that's fine.
I'm at the site, and do I just put any location, any destination?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And you can even leave it anywhere to anywhere. It'll bring everything that it can on one page.
Okay, perfect.
If you get anything highlighted in red or whatever the color you chose.
Gotcha. So just clicked on find loads and equipment and it's showing I have an error that's occurred. Please try again. And that's anywhere to anywhere for today's date.
Do Monday.
Okay.
You probably have like more loads on Monday.
Okay. The 24th is selected.
Yeah.
Find loads. Still shows error occurred.
Is the error occurred from where?
No, it just says please try again. I have anywhere in the origin, anywhere in the destination. Pickup date is June 24th. And I basically have all selected.
Interesting.
Do you have a type of equipment selected?
I have all of them. I have the flatbed, van, reefer, and step deck.
That's weird because it's working on my end for different load boards.
Oh, you know what might be part of the problem? I think I might know what's causing that. Let me turn.
Question on how you are accessing the load board. Are you accessing it through the access for RBBS, or are you accessing it directly?
Directly.
Okay, I was just curious.
I'm sorry?
No, they were asking if I was accessing the site through RBBS or directly, and I was doing it directly.
Gotcha. And that, gotcha.
Hi, I'd like to butt in if I can. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, Khaled. This is Wyatt with National Hip Ain't Dispatching.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Good. It's good to hear from you. I just want to say something real quick, if you don't mind me jumping in. I went in. I tried the link. Okay. I did like some kind of PayPal subscription. Like the first month is free, and then $2.50 or $5 or something after that. Okay. And then I went to 123 load boards. Okay. I picked a load, and I see 3 loads. But I really can't tell if they're the highest paying loads because nothing's highlighted like you said it might be. I didn't pick any colors for highlighting, but I'm at that point right there. So it looks like it's doing something, but I can't tell whether it picks the minimum $2 per load like you're saying or something like that.
Right. What it should do is choose a color.
Okay.
Any color you want to use.
How do I choose a color again? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I missed that part.
And it will say, oh, here's a question. You signed up. I see it's not just something. I don't want to deal with that. But that's your email, right?
Yeah, that's me, definitely.
So did you check first for the key? Did you get a key?
A key? What do you mean a key? You set up an automatic payment profile of K-World Services.
There you go. So
I mean, I just went straight in, and I went for logged in.
Okay, so if you look on, if you click on that extension, it should give you a key or enter a key. Right? Right. If you click on that extension, you know where we would choose the color and whatnot.
Oh, okay. That's what you're talking about. But
right.
Where's that key at though? On 123 load board, where's that? Because you were using a different load board.
Right. The key, what key is. Are you on this chat?
On the chat?
Are you on the chat on this conference or?
I'm listening, but I'm looking at a different load board, trying to do that at the same time I'm talking to you all.
Gotcha. I'll message you on Facebook right now. That key. That's what you'll need to use to allow this to work for you.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. So check your.
But it definitely looks like it's working though. It looks like it's working over here so far.
It's weird. We tried this. It's still working for me. And it worked for Calvin as of this morning. But yes. I'm noticing he's having issues with his connection, and I'm not sure if that's related to that. And Aaron is fine. He's getting an error. That also, I'm not sure what if it's related to the internet or whatever. But
and where do you put that key at? Once you got, I got the key from FB. Now what do I do with it?
Right. So click on our extension. It should be in your Chrome browser.
Our extension.
Yeah, my that's where you downloaded. It should add it. You're in Chrome, first of all, right? So the web browser you'd be using should be Chrome for this to work.
I'm actually in Chrome.
If you're in Chrome, and after you did the PayPal, did it take you to download the extension or add extension link? Which I'll Facebook that to you right now again. All right, Mr. Washington. You can click on that link. On that link.
Okay, there it is. I see that. Chrome, Google. Okay, I'll click on that one.
Okay, so you download the extension from there.
Download it.
Okay. Right, or add, or simply add to Chrome.
Okay, let's see.
Please, did I give you the presenter?
Let me check. Did you?
So I went to the website, and you said, what do you do to from there? I mean, I already did that part where you added to the desktop.
Okay, so am I presenting? Are you guys seeing this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let me kill that. All right. So if you're looking at this, Washington.
Yes.
You have this part of it. You have your extension added.
That didn't come up.
Right. So it should add up here. Once you add to Chrome, it'll be right on the top there. You can click on that, and that's where you define your settings.
That's where you put in the key.
Correct. Yep.
I see. Let me see if I can get that to come up.
Okay. So someone is signed in with this. That's why it's not. For me at least, because I shared it.
It says added to desktop.
But it's not gonna let more than one person use the key at a time.
Right. But Mr. Washington has his own key now.
Okay, so I added it to the desktop. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying you have your own key now because you signed up. So that key I sent you is the one that's dedicated to you. Only you. No one has that key.
Right. My only thing is that even though I see added to desktop, when I go back to like 1, 2, 3 load boards, it's not. I don't see the that small section to log in.
All right, let me remove it. You're looking at my screen.
I'm back on my own on 1, 2, 3 load boards.
Okay, because I'm the presenter, and you guys should be my screen.
Yes.
So I'll go through this from my website. Or if you're seeing my website,
I see it now.
I'm going to click on download extension.
Download extension.
Once I click on that, I see a page that says Freight Dispatch Helper. That's where you would need. That's the link you need.
Okay.
So let me know when you get there, or they can get there from that link.
You know, one thing that might make a difference. I'm doing this on my phone. I wonder if that might make a difference.
That's not gonna.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what happened. That's the reason why I said you would need Chrome at first.
Okay.
But this is what would happen. If you are signed into your phone, you actually can add it from your phone, but it will add it to your browser on your desktop, so that when you go back to your desktop, it will be added for you on your desktop.
Okay. Let's see.
I have a question. You said only one person in at a time, so that means you can be in there. Calvin has like 3 people on his platform, so only one person at a time can use it?
There's only one person at a time that can use a license key. So if Washington shares his key right now with us all, only one person will be able to log into it.
So it's one person per key code?
Correct, yes.
Okay, thank you.
So,
you're welcome.
Yeah, because what's going to happen, and can y'all hear me?
Yes, Calvin,
yes.
I can hear you.
Right.
We hear you fine.
All right. What's going to happen is when you let's say if you sign up, okay, if you go ahead and sign up, and he's going to send you your specific key code. That key code is for you and you only. Okay? Hold on. The meeting paused. Did you pause that?
Just for a second, but I can still hear you, Calvin.
All right. That key code is going to be for you and you only. Take, for instance, because like I said, that we were going to work this out where everyone within our platform who was paying their monthly fees will get their own key code. So in other words, you will contact Mr. Clinton and say, hey, I'm a member of the National Dispatchers Network, okay? I'm a subscription member. He would then send us something, and you're going to give him your subscription login, your login as far as your enrollment email address. He's going to send that over to me and ask me, is this person, can you verify this subscription member? I'm gonna put in. I'm going to look up your account. If you are up to date and you are current on your subscription, I'm going to let him know that person is current, and we're going to pay that $4.99 per month for you out of your subscription fee. Okay. So and then he is going to go ahead and give you a key and sign you up, and you're going to have an account. Now, as long as you're paying your subscription, we'll continue to pay that $4.99 for you. Now, if you're late, we're going to let him know you're late. And if he has, let's say, a 10-day grace period on your subscription fee, with his software, if you are, if you run over 10 days late on paying your subscription with us, you're going to be 10 days late with him. You understand what I'm saying? So if his grace period is 10 days, then he's going to do whatever he does on that end to ensure that he lets you know that you are overdue, and whatever access that may, be interrupted, that's going to be on that end. But when you pay your subscription fee on our end, then we, of course, will have it where it sends him his $4.99 per month, and then he'll reactivate your key. Does that make sense to everyone? Does that make sense to everyone? But your key is specifically for you and you only. Okay? It won't work for me. It won't work for anybody else. It'll only work for you, and you will still have your own login.
Right. And I can go over this real quick once again, Calvin. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Just real quick, I think I figured out why it's not working with mine. I've got a low internet connection here at the studio. Now, when I'm back at my home, I have Xfinity Wi-Fi to the max. Okay.
Right.
Here, I'm using a shared internet. So it's sometimes it's full. Like now, it's showing a full bar, but then it'll jump down to maybe a 2%. So that's probably why.
All right, so Calvin, can you confirm it is going okay now after you figured out the internet problem?
Well, let me.
While we're waiting on Calvin, I'm going to go over real quick on my side. Can everybody see my screen? Can someone confirm that, please, and so that they can hear me?
I can see a screen.
Okay, so I'm just going to go over real quick. Those are the two load boards I have. So before we talk about load boards, I'm just going to go to Google. Before we get to any load boards, we'll need the extension, right? I have that extension on the top right. Again, this is in Google on the desktop. This will not work on mobile. You would need to open up Google Chrome and add the extension. How do you get the extension? You can go to straightdispatch.com. There's a download extension tab. You guys see that? It's right here. This guy. So this is, I have home, download extension, dispatch helper. The download extension, if I clicked on that, it takes me to where I can download Freight Dispatch Helper. This says remove from Chrome because I have it added. For you guys, if you don't have it added, it's going to say add to Chrome. You literally click on this blue button that says add to Chrome, and it will become available to you on the top here. That's the first step, is to how to get to it, right? Then it will show up here. You can click on it, and it will say enter the license key. The license key is something that I will email you once you enroll. You have 3-day free trial, so everybody can get it for at least 3 days for free. If you guys want to test it, play with it, do whatever you need to do with it, you will, after you sign up, you will receive a code that you will put into this page that says enter license key. That license key is your license key, and it's only allowing one account. It'll be allowed for each person. For example, Washington just signed up with me for this extension. I messaged him a key. If he sends that key out to the group, let's say, and Aaron grabbed that key, Washington will not be able to sign in again because Aaron is using that key. Does that make sense? It's one user per account, one license per user per account. So Washington then gets my key. He goes into this extension which he had downloaded, or he can just go to Trade Dispatch and click on Download Extension. He will then add the Chrome extension and punch in his key on that page. Then right when he clicks Sign In, he will get this page, the same exact one I'm looking at right now. So he can then put, I don't know, he's looking for $2 and green, and hit Save. Once it says Update or Settings Updated, he's good. This is going to store his settings and store his license key, and always be available and automatically search any load board that it's compatible with. For example, right now we have, and he opens Trucker Path is one that's compatible. If he opens this load board, let me close out of it actually. I'm going to close out of it and open it again. So we're on Google, we have our extension, we signed in, we set green and $2, or red and $2, whatever the case. That's it, we're done. We click outside, anywhere. Click here, it's going to remove it. That's going to go minimize itself and work in the background. I open up a web browser, of course it's going to be Google in this case, and I go to this load board, which is Trucker Path. I sign into the load board, and I search for loads that I'm looking for, from any destination to any location to any destination. There you go. The first three are matching so far my $2 minimum, and it's highlighting in red. Let's go with green. Those two are still a match, and now they should turn green because I chose green as a color. You guys see that? And this is just a preference. So right now, from the get-go right here, I have 3 loads that are going from whatever I specify here. In this case, it's whatever for this demo purpose.
Hold on for a second. I noticed that you're logged in underneath our account on Trucker's Pad.
Hey, I'm a part of the group. I get to use your account, Calvin.
No. What I'm saying is, it's working. It's working for you on your computer using our account, but it's not working for me on my computer using.
That's why I wanted somebody else to see if it's an internet issue on your side or if it's something going on. You know what I mean?
I think it's the issue with my internet here.
But we tested this yesterday, and it worked for you, right? And this morning?
It worked great this morning when I was at
Chicago
using my internet. But I guess because I'm on this shared internet here.
It's got to be.
Because this is a shared. I guess because it's not a private type of secure. I don't know if the internet here has some type of restrictions on software. That might be the case.
That's possible. But for now, on my side, if I go to this load board, I have everything already set up. I've signed in my license key. I put in $2 per mile, and I put green. I hit save. It says settings updated. I should not be going back in here to hit save again on any other load board or on any other search. This is done. That's it. We're done with this. But when I go to truck loads and I say, I'm in Philadelphia, so I'm going to search from Philadelphia, anywhere, my truck, he's over the road, he doesn't care. All he really cares about is $2 per mile. I set that here, and I say go anywhere, and he's ready to go Monday, and then I'm just going to go and hit find. If anything leaving Monday from Philadelphia is paying $2 or more, there you go. Those will pop out in green because I said I wanted to show in green. Or I can say blue, and I hit save. It's going to always search for $2 and highlight in blue for me. Those are loads, there you go, all these are $3. Those are loads leaving Philadelphia on Monday for any at this point. We can do flatbed and van and search and see if that gives us anything different. There you go. So let's go with, let's say I booked a load and I'm still on the same page. I have another guy in Philadelphia leaving on Monday, but he asked me for $2.5 per mile. You guys notice this one here was selected just a second ago, and now it no longer is selected in blue because it no longer matches my predefined settings of 2.5. That may have been 2.3 probably, or 2.1 maybe. It would get highlighted. I guess it's actually exactly 2, possibly. But when I did 2, you see that? Now it highlighted it. So this has got to be like 2, maybe 2.05 2.09, but it's not 2.1, because when I did 2.1, it falls off of that list. Those two are still within my $2.01 or more, those two. And maybe there are more. Here you go. There are others. So that's how it works. You need the Chrome to begin with. You need the extension, which is on our website, direct link to download. You need a license key that happens once you sign up with me. You get a license key, you sign into this, and then you basically start putting in your information. If you want to look from something leaving out of, what do you say, Calvin, New York on the 24th for a van or a flatbed. Let's search that. If there's anything right there, that took me less than a second. I hit save, and I hit find loads. Look how quick this finds. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of those 6, maybe more, 7, 8, and then you got, you know, that's like 13 loads right there that are leaving New York on the 24th, going anywhere, that are paying you $2.10 or more. So let's see if any of them are paying $3. You put 3, let's go with red. $3 in red, hit save. It'll highlight in red anything paying $3. Those are all $3 or more. This is $1,260, and what is this? 173 miles. So this is a load that I'd definitely be interested in for any of my truckers that are ready on Monday that are willing to take this 173-mile run and get paid $1,260. They'll love me for this load, wouldn't they, Calvin?
Yeah.
Right? So that's the idea right here. This is 159 miles, and it's paying $1,000. Again, we can search by the highest paying loads, but this does not necessarily mean it's the highest paying load per mile. So the first one here is the highest, $1,975, but you notice it's not highlighted in red because this does not equal to $3 per mile overall. Yes, it's paying almost $2,000, but the run is 1,000 miles, 1,054. However, the first one in red on that list is $1,400, and it's going only 58 miles. So you do the math on that, you would definitely want to go with the one that's highlighted in red, paying you $1,400 for 58 miles. You can complete that in what, in 2 hours, rather than going 1,000 miles and getting paid, you know, only $300 more. Does anybody have any questions? Am I explaining this clear enough for you guys? I hope so.
This is Aaron. I have a quick question.
Yes.
As far as, okay, so you have all the red ones that pulled up based on what your criteria was. And I noticed in some cases there's other loads that are outside of those limits. Is there any way to group them all so you capture, like if there was 10 total, that you can kind of pull them all together like a filter in an Excel or something, or you just kind of have to scroll through them?
In an Excel, so that is something I actually thought of, and I'm actually working, and this is what I was referring to in terms of giving me your guys' thoughts and feedback. This is like a perfect example. That's something I thought of. It's not as easy as just grouping it into Excel, and there are different reasons for that, because those boards and those loads on those load boards do change. So if you were to, let's say, filter all those out into an Excel sheet, by the time you open your Excel sheet, right, and go into Excel, this may have been no longer an available load at that time, and then you're like, what do you mean? It's in my Excel that I just opened, but you go back and it's no longer listed here. Then you're calling somebody about a load, wasting whatever 5-10 minutes for a load that's actually been booked and gone.
Gotcha.
But this here, and there is an update, by the way, so this is like, I'm not going to mention anything about it, but it's a huge change. Like, this is something I'm developing that will be, and of course all the members will be getting the updates for free, but that probably is going to change the pricing point, to be honest with you guys, and I'm working with Calvin on a few things as well. But there is going to be soon an update that's going to add an amazing feature to what I currently think is a very, very good feature with this extension. So, you know, if you guys honestly see value in this and actually do see what this can bring to the table, you know, giving me feedback is really appreciated. Like you said, Aaron, I really appreciate that. That's like some very good feedback from you, and any maybe additional, you know, compatibility things with sites and software and things like that would be great and very helpful. So yeah, that I did think of, and you're always welcome. You and everyone from this group, or even outside of this group, is always welcome to suggest, you know, hey, how about, have you thought of 1, 2, 3? What about you do this? What about you add that? We would love to have such and such. If it's something that we can do and it's not restricted by Trucker Path or 123 Load Board or any of the available compatible websites that currently work with my extension, we'll definitely work on it. Of course, if it's a technical limitation, you guys know there's always going to be something, oh, this is not possible because of the way this functions or whatever, then it's out of our hands. But this is definitely something, this is just the start, you guys. We're going to be working on this. There will be improvements, and as I just mentioned, there will be other updates coming soon that's going to add a lot of really fun stuff to this.
It's a great tool and time saver. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Extremely great tool.
Calvin, do you want me to send this back to you?
Yeah, nah, not really. Just leave it right there for a second because I'm not even, because I can't put it up here.
Okay.
To show what I need to show. So let me just do this. Look, think of this in terms of how this is going to help you overall. If you're using our platform and you're calling up a carrier and you're trying to get a carrier to sign your dispatch agreement, you're hitting them with the pitch. Imagine being able to have this at your disposal as you are trying to get a carrier to contract with you. And the carrier says, well, why do I need you, to find me loads? I can find my own load.
Right.
Now, obviously, if that carrier doesn't have this feature, you can say, well, let's do a test. Let's see how quick you can find loads that you need that fits your criteria, how quick I can find loads.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So the carrier starts, exactly. So you all start going to say, let's put in at the same time. He's on his computer, you on your computer. And you say, let's look for a load from New York to California.
Right.
Okay? And leaving on the 24th.
Okay.
And it's a flatbed or a van.
Okay.
All right? Now, go. And let's say it's let's just say it's $3 per mile. That's what you want, right? Right. All right. Go.
There you go.
Right.
$3 per mile, nothing showing on the 24th.
All right, that's showing on the 24th. So you don't have anything, I don't have anything, all right? Let's say from New York to anywhere for $3 per mile.
New York. All right, $3 per mile. That's set anywhere. 3 loads.
And say, how many?
6 loads.
So I found 6 already. And how many?
Right.
How many you found? See,
I can find out. You got more when I search more.
Yeah. So you see, he's not gonna be able to say, look, I found 6 loads that matches that already.
Right.
That's how quickly I can find you loads that matches exactly what you want, or even better than that. Those 6 loads I found, some of them are more than $3 per mile.
Correct.
$3 per mile is the minimum, but I can find you loads that fits your criteria or better, quicker and faster and more efficiently than you can.
Right.
Now, you don't think that's a great selling point? You don't
Sure
think that's
is.
a great selling point? I mean, come on, that's crazy. And,
Yep, I'm getting good feedback from people from this group as well. And I appreciate it, you guys. Thank you so much.
Look, Khalid, look, this is amazing. I have to congratulate you again. I know I've done it time and time again, but this is a game changer. This is a game changer. Once this comes out on YouTube, like I told you before, no more anonymity. You are done. Your name is going to be out there. People are going to be calling you. The people who admire you, the people who like you, the people who like this, the people who are going to hate you, they're all going to know who you are. So just get ready for it. Now, with that being said, go ahead and give it back to me real quick.
Yep.
I have to do an announcement. I was planning on doing this beforehand, but I didn't want it to spoil the moment. As you all know, let me see here. All right, I got you back, right? All right, as you all know, our platform is our platform is a consulting platform, which means it's different from other platforms out there. Recently, well, not recently, for a long time, we have been the subject of another freight broker trainer's posts and videos and things of that nature. And I'm not gonna what I am, but I'm gonna show you all here. We have been the subject of another freight brokers trainers, you know, their videos, their posts, their whatever, but we have not responded back to them. I mean, they have videos on YouTube, videos on all the social media sites, but and they're not positive, to say the least, for some reason. This is a screenshot of that was posted on one of the groups, and as you can see, it's from a Mr. Scott Woods. Okay, as you all can see here, if you pull it up, I mean, it's a pretty nasty, pretty nasty comments that he has directed toward us. Okay, you can go and read it for yourself. I'm not going to repeat it, but it's pretty nasty, and it's the same thing with his other videos and some other stuff that he said about us and me personally. But you know, I've never responded to it. I've had students to call me up and ask me to respond to it. I told them not to respond to it. Okay, this is my official response. Okay, this is my official response. This is the only response we're ever going to give. And it's going to be the same as we give in any other case, and it's not going to change. Mr. Woods, we appreciate your dedicated and your long-term commitment to this industry and everything that you've brought to the industry over the decades that you have been in business. Myself and the RBBS Logistics Learning Center, we would not respond negatively to any comments, posts that anyone puts out. We wish you the best of luck. We hope that your platform is successful. We wish you continued success. We hope that you will continue to bring to the industry beneficial and positive information. You know, just whatever you do, but we wish you the best. And we just hope that you continue to thrive, and hope your students continue to learn everything that they can learn from your platform. And that is the only response that we're going to give on that. So please, 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 you know, for any of you that want us to respond to some of, I guess, his videos, and as he says here, he's called me out several times. I don't know if I should meet him behind the gym, but after school. But that's what it sounds like. But we appreciate your long and dedicated time in the industry and everything that you brought to the industry. All right. So with that being said, that's it. I'm done with that. I'm not going to deal with it again, and I'm never going to revisit it again. I don't follow his posts. I don't watch his videos, and I don't follow his platform. So with that being said, let's continue to do the things that we need to do and bring the things that we need to bring to keep this industry going in a positive manner. All right. Does everyone? Let's go back to where we were here. All right. Does everyone agree that this is a great software? Can we agree that this software is absolutely great?
No doubt.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome. All right. Look. Thank you, Khaled. Thank you for being part of our platform. And I remember when you joined, you told me, look, I don't know anything about trucking. Because I remember the conversation vividly. Now, you called me up, you said, hey, I got 2 jobs. I'm looking for a way to quit my job.
Right.
And I don't know anything about trucking. I don't know anything about logistics or freight brokering or dispatching. But this sounds like something I could do. And that was the conversation we had.
Right.
And I was saying, and I remember saying to you, it's definitely something you can do. Okay. But like I told you then, and I tell everyone now, this platform provides me everything you need to be successful. Our consulting and networking provides you a way to work with people and come up with ideas, which is exactly what you. That is the main difference between what we offer and what everyone else is offering. I need people to really understand that. I'm not saying that other platforms are bad. I'm just saying they're limited. That's all I'm saying. They offer training they give classes and courses. Okay, they're great with teaching you the rules, the regulations, the terms, the terminology, all that stuff. That's great. How to quote lane rates, all that stuff is great. But that's as far as it goes. This platform is different. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying this platform is, God's gift to platform. I'm not saying that your platform is terrible, or your platform is bad, or your platform is evil. I'm saying that your platform is just different. And so whatever indifferences you have with your platform and our platform, I promise you, we don't have those indifferences. I don't have any animosity towards your platform. I don't even watch your platforms. I don't follow any other platforms. I'm too busy trying to make this platform all that it can be. And that's all we're saying. This platform provides you with access to all the tools, resources, and things that you're going to use on a continuous basis. And that's not even the most important part of our platform. The most important part of our platform is the networking and the consulting, to be able to connect with people of the same like mind and bounce ideas off of each other to come up with innovations that are game changers like the one you just witnessed here. That is the real value of this platform. And as you've seen, Mr. Khaled has brought something that is of value in the industry to everyone who is using load boards. Okay? I think we're going to look back on the day as a point in this industry where we actually witnessed someone who the birth of I don't want to say a Bill Gates type, but that's what I mean. Innovation has made more millionaires and billionaires than anything.
It's up there,
So,
Kelvin.
I mean, to create something new, just to exist better. And we have to applaud you, Mr. Hodge, because look, you've done just that. You've done just that. Thank you. This is a great software. You've done a great job. You deserve all the accolades. You deserve all the applause. And we know it's going to get a lot of sign-ups. We're going to make it available to all of our members who are paying this subscription. I think it's definitely worth, us taking the $4.99, and forwarding that over to you. I mean, I remember paying $19.99 and $39.99. Look, we are happy to shave off that $4.99 and send that to you so that our members can have access to this software. Okay, so that's what we'll make happen, and you and I will work closely together to make sure that we make it happen for our members. For all new members who are looking to join our platform, we will make this available to you. As soon as we get it ready we'll probably be placing a link to this to Khaled's to his organization so that you all can contact him and let him know that you are a member of the National Network of Dispatchers and a subscription member, and we will work out a way for him to quickly ascertain your verification and get you your keys, and then just make sure as long as you're paying your subscription fees on time, hey, the keys will work. Plain and simple. If you're paying your subscription fees on time, when you pay on time, we will make sure he gets his $4.99 on time, and your keys will work. If you're not paying on time, whatever his grace period is for the interruption date, you know, you're gonna have to, you know, settle that. And then when you settle up, then we'll let him know that you are up to date. Then, of course, you'll be back up to date. But that's like anything else, you know. If you're using something, then you got to pay for it. If you don't pay for it, then you're not gonna really use it. So that's just how it is. But this is great. This is great. I am so. I feel like a proud dad to have introduced something. Someone who's a part of our network, who's a part of our platform, and who is that talented. And it looks like he's going to be bringing some more stuff to the table in the future. I'm definitely going to be looking to work with him on some projects. So, hey, look for more that's coming from this type of stuff. Does anybody have any questions before we leave it for today?
Hey, Calvin, this is Aaron, and I'm not sure if this question is directed to you or Khaled. Again, thank you for sharing this. On the tool itself, and correct me if I'm wrong, I thought when Khaled was talking about the key that you have, if you were to give that key to someone else, obviously that locks you out, which I get that. But if I'm a user and I want to have multiple screens up at one time, will that allow me to track several different, like maybe $2 load, $3 load, $5 load on 3 different screens with 3 different web browsers using the same key, or would that require 3 different keys? Does that make sense?
It makes sense to me.
Okay.
Khaled, you still there? Khaled, you still there? Let me make sure he's still here and see if he's still here. I think he may have. No, there he is. I'm Khaled.
And if we need to hold that, Calvin, that's okay. It was just food for thought for right now.
Yeah, he's still there. Now remember, this young man works 2 jobs. He's probably at work right now.
Gotcha.
I know he was on his way into work this morning, so he's probably at work right now. He's probably got his computer sitting off to the side and trying to do his work. This is a very dedicated individual, but that is an interesting question. Here's my thought on it. Since it is a unique key that only one person can share it, if you are using the same computer, okay, and like I said, if you want to have different browsers up, that's fine. But if you have several different computers, and they all have different IP addresses, that may cause it to look at the keys as separate users. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. That's exactly what I was thinking too.
Now, if you're in the same computer, that may not be a problem. But we will definitely check that with him to be sure about that. Now, he and I are going to be doing we're going to be doing ongoing branding for this product. We're going to be doing little YouTube shorts and stuff like that. That's one of the things that we will have. We're going to have a Q&A. We're going to set up a Q&A night just for this software, so that so people can tune in and just ask. We just have a Q&A. Just like we have a Q&A Wednesday, we may dedicate a couple of Q&A Wednesdays to just this subject. So, because as you all know, we do have our new curriculum now that we've set up. We have Q&A Wednesdays. We have a whole new training curriculum. So so as you all can see. So, but we may dedicate our Q&A Wednesday. Let's just here live Q&A Wednesday. We may dedicate that, here a few Wednesdays out of the month to just answer questions about this platform, or we may set up a totally different Q&A a schedule for you all to connect with Mr. Khaled live and ask some questions directly about this software and some other stuff that he is bringing to the table, and some stuff that we are going to be joining together jointly on to bring to the table. This is an amazing young man. I enjoy speaking with him every single time I do, and sometimes we'll get on the phone and we'll spend hours just, like the other day, we just lost track of time. Because I truly love it when I run across someone that I can connect with on this level, because it's not very often that you have an opportunity to cross paths with someone who is doing big things within an industry. And this is one of those things. And we want to make sure that our students continue to do positive things, and we try to do things positively and do things in a professional and positive manner. But we'll make sure that we ask that question of him and find out about that. I think he's...
Thanks, Calvin. I appreciate that.
No problem. Are there any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions?
Somebody asked about P4L.
About P4L. P4L, as y'all know, a lot has been going on. I've been trying to keep up with everything, but P4L is it's an automated type of thing. Look, when you join P4L, you get access to your back office tools and resources. And what I'm going to start open platform, okay? I'm just going to make it just an open platform. You can see what the rules and stuff are. You know what they are, and I'm just going to make it an open platform, because here's what happens with P4L. In case y'all didn't know what, you don't know what that is, here, let me show you what that is real quick. Here's what happens with P4L. P4L is our P4L.net. P4L is parts for less, pick and pull prices without the pick and pull. Okay, and that is a open source platform where we give anybody who wants an opportunity, we give you like your own branch to order parts from wholesale distributors and manufacturers direct, where you get parts for 70% off. So what we're probably going to do is just make this an open platform, because here is how this works. Okay, we were requiring everyone to and a non-circumvent. What we're probably going to do is we're going to have a non clause where we'll put it on the website that if you use the distributors within our website, if you use our distributors, it is understood that you are under a non-circumvent. Okay, you're under a non-circumvent agreement, and the terms of that agreement are as posted. And then you would just get access to it, and then you would use it. Now, here's what happens. Your limited partnership agreement, we will have that there, because remember, this is a giveaway type of deal. So we're going to have a limited partnership. Right now, we have people who are actually under contract, where they are under contract to pay us 25% of whatever profit margin they mark it up to. So if you find a part that's like a radiator that's $41, and you mark it up to $141, and you make $100 on it, then you are required to pay us $25. Okay, because it is our supplier, we supplied it to you, and that type of stuff, this and that. All right, but we also get back end money. In case y'all didn't know, we get anywhere from 4% to 12%, in this case up to 20% higher deals and things like that from the manufacturers themselves on the amount that you all ordered for. So if you go and you find a part that's $41, right, that manufacturer will pay us like 8% of that $41. And then we will receive our profit, our bigger profit margin on your 25% from your markup. Okay? So, and that's how this whole thing works for us. I don't mind telling you all that, because I recently had some things where I need to kind of scale back, because like I said, I just found out that I do have diabetes. It was a shock to me, but I am doing everything I can to get my weight back down so I can get it back under control, so I will no longer have diabetes. I'm not going to put up with this for too much longer. That's just how I feel. I mean, I'll put up with it for now because I got to. But I'm going to lose, 100 pounds here in the next 8 to 9 months. And for those who say it can't be done, I've done it before. Just go to my page on Facebook that says Fitness Life. That's FITNEZZ Life. And you look for that on Facebook and you'll see where I lost about 127 pounds in 7 months. And I am going to do it again. And the last time when that happened, the doctor told me I was pre-diabetic. I lost 127 pounds. And the doctor said that there was no signs of diabetes whatsoever. So I kept it off for about 4 years, and then I started this platform and this business. And 2 years, it's kind of locked myself away and just ate and just worked on the platform. And this is the result. 140 pounds later added, that's the result. So now it's time to reverse that. So I need to get back to doing the things I did then to get myself back into the shape I was then and get rid of this, because I'm not going to put up with this diabetes thing for very long. All right, but what we're going to do here with the P4L is we're going to make this an open source platform. I'm going to make some changes to the access to where if you want to access it, you can access it just right from the website. It won't be a login thing or anything like that. You'll just be able to just access it. You have access to all of the our manufacturers, and you'll be able to go in and use our manufacturing, things like that. Now, as far as the used parts manufacturing, because the used parts manufacturing, that's where we get into where we have to have our 25% from you if you use our used parts manufacturers. Okay? The used parts manufacturers would not be available to open access. The used parts manufacturers and the big trucks and all that type of stuff, you're going to have to sign a contract. Okay? You're going to have to be under contract. You're going to have to, we got to make sure that because if you're using our used parts manufacturers, the only way that we can make money from that is by you giving us your 25%, because we don't have a back-end deal with the used parts manufacturers. We don't have back-end deals with our new parts manufacturers. Okay? So I know that was a long-winded answer, but did that make sense to everyone?
Yes, indeed.
All right, great. All right. So, we're going to make it open, and we're going to, trust that people will offer that 25% back to us. So we're not going to because I don't have the time or the energy right now to try and keep up with all of that and make sure that people are paying their 25% and things like that. So, hey, we're just going to leave it what it is. If you mark it up $125, if you want to honor that 25%, do so. If you choose not to, then we get our blessing somewhere else. But hey, we have not a website. On there, we have some bills that are on there too. Here again, I'll try and get them done with the P4L because I'm not really going to devote a whole lot of time to doing consistently more training videos on a daily basis, because my first commitment is to this platform. Okay, that's my first commitment, because we have a lot of people who have joined this platform, a lot of people who are part of this platform, and a lot of people who depend on this platform. So that's my first commitment. So we're dealing with that, and in the first part of this, this blood sugar thing, trying to figure out what to eat, when to keep myself. At certain times, I'm up and down, and it's crazy. I mean, I wish that was the way I could explain to you what it feels like to be diabetic and with the insulin. And it's kind of hard to explain. It's like I take 35 units of insulin every night. That's a lot of units. Okay, I take it once. I don't take it during the day, and that's a good thing about it. But the bad thing about it is I'm taking 35 units at bedtime all at once. So I'm supposed to be asleep. Now, like last night, I had a real bad case where I was asleep, and then my wife had some problems or whatever, so it woke me up. But I've got 35 units of insulin running through my body, and if I wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that when my body gets up, it's tricking the time release into thinking that I'm up and that I need a release of insulin. So at 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 in the morning, if I get up and I'm up and about, it's going to release that insulin, which is going to cause a real bad problem because I haven't eaten anything since 6, maybe 8 o'clock. You see what I'm saying? I've been asleep, and now I'm up, and now I have all this insulin that just got released into my body. So all of a sudden, bam, I get hit with like like you said, I'm like a diabetic sleep. Like when you wake someone up out of a diabetic sleep, don't do that. If someone is diabetic and they take a lot of insulin before they go to bed, do not wake them up during the night, because it's going to cause problems, serious problems. That much, when the insulin hit my body, I hadn't had anything, I was cramping all over my body, my legs, my stomach. I'm cramping like crazy. I'm feeling so dizzy, like I can, everything is just really just swimming. And I'm feeling like I got it, and I've got cotton mouth. Because you wake up and all that insulin hits you, you need water. so one of the no-nos is someone who is diabetic and they're taking their 1 dose before bed. Don't wake them up during the night. Just let them sleep until they wake up naturally, because if you wake them up in the middle of the night, it is going to cause all types of havoc on their body. Okay? So as far as the People L thing, we will schedule some training courses. We do have a YouTube channel for that. Go to YouTube and just look for the P4L Corporation, and you can pull it up. That's P4L Corporation. You look for the P4L Corporation, you'll pull it up. If you go to our Facebook page, look for the P4L Corporation, you'll pull it up there. We have some stuff there. We have a private Facebook page for the P4L EMAs, but we're going to make that a public page so that it won't be private anymore, and anyone who wants to access to it, we have access to it. And so, and a lot of the training and stuff is there. And that page is like a network page too, just like our private chat group. So all of you all will be able to go there and ask questions and post stuff, and you'll be able to engage each other on that page. Okay? So the People platform, we're going to make it an open source platform so that people can access it just whenever they want to. Washington says that I'm needing to have a discussion about the franchising business model. If it's late in the meeting, we can talk about it offline. Well, no, I can go ahead and talk about it. We've got time. I think we got some time. As you all know, we have with our Logistics Learning Center, we have created a franchise. We have created a franchise opportunity for individuals to make money from our logistics platform. And let me show you all a little bit of it here. Let me go to my YouTube channel and I can find it. Well, here, I can go here. I can go to our Facebook page. Don't y'all go back and tell Scott, well, this is only for our page, but I put this out. I put this out. This is just for our page, but that was kind of our response when he was throwing some stuff at us, so we just kind of left it at that. Let's see here. Yeah, let's do this. Let's look at one of our videos, and I can go from there. Yeah, our videos have commercials now, in case y'all didn't know. All right, pause this. All right, look down here, our franchise opportunity. All right, and here we go. All right, we do have, this is our franchise opportunity. And it's going to kind of tell you what you get with it. See if I can pull it up here. All right, here we go. This is our franchise opportunity. As you all can see here, and here is what it includes. Okay, and here's what it includes. Our franchise opportunity is the RBBS LHF franchise is $4,999.95. This is our opportunity to profit. This is your opportunity to profit from the most sought after, fastest growing subscription-based logistics training and networking platform in the industry. Note, the following franchisee payouts are based on member referrals and enrollments processed by the franchisee. Here is what you will be paid if you get a franchise and you sign up someone at different things that we offer. Okay. For franchise payouts, you get 50% of the $249.95 to $349.95 individual enrollment. The $249 one is for the veterans one, and the $349 is just for individuals who are not veterans, and that's for the individual enrollment. You get half of that enrollment fee. You also get 50% of the $29.95, which is the veterans monthly subscription, and you get half of the $39.95 subscription of the individual enrollment. So if you sign someone up and when they pay their monthly enrollment fees, you're going to get half of the monthly enrollment fees. You also get 50% of the $699.95 to $2,499.95 that are associated with the corporate enrollments. We have a corporate 1.0, which allows you to sign up yourself and 10 employees, and they get access to, and they get their own logins, their own account, and everything to our platform. But your corporate enrollment pays for it. They don't have to pay for it. Not with us. Now, if you want to charge them something to recoup your money from them, that's on you. But they have to be employees now. They cannot be like a group of people you're trying to, just make money off of. They have to be your employees. Okay, but on that 1.0, it requires a corporate enrollee to pay $699.95 on their enrollment fee. You would get half of that, and they would pay $100. Well, we'll go over that in a second. And then we have a 2.0, which requires them to pay $999.95 on their enrollment fee, and that allows them to enroll themselves and 20 employees. So up to 21 people you can enroll. And then and then on the corporate enrollment unlimited, where you can enroll an unlimited number of employees, that requires a $2,499.95 enrollment fee. So you get half of those enrollments. You also get half of the monthly subscription. For the corporate enrollment 1.0, it is a $99.95 monthly subscription. For the corporate enrollment 2.0, it is a $199.95 monthly subscription. For the corporate enrollment unlimited, it is a $299.95 monthly subscription. You will get half of those monthly subscriptions as well. You also get, if you sign someone up to be a franchisee, you would get 50% of the $4,999.95 franchise fee. Okay? If you sign someone up as a franchisee, now you can't just send someone and say, hey, I just want to be a franchisee, and you're not a franchisee, we're not going to pay you. You have to be a franchisee to be able to refer someone and get paid half of the franchisee fee that they sign up with. Okay? So if you are a franchisee, you sign someone up, you are entitled to half of the franchisee fee as well. And we have private consultations. Okay. Now, if you decide that you want to be a consultant with our platform, okay, we offer private consultations. And let me show you what that. Let me show you what that is. If you decide you want to be a consultant with our platform, we offer private consultations where you can actually go in and you can become a consultant with our platform, and you keep 75% of your consultation fees. Okay, we have an actual consulting site that people can go into, and they can. Let me show you all here. We have an actual consultation site that you can log into, and you can set up your private consultations, And when you set up those private consultations, you will be able to decide which consultant you want to use. Now, right now, there's myself, but any new franchisee who comes on, and if you want to be a consultant, you basically just let us know what your expertise is. It will be listed on the consultation site, which is, this is it right here. And then they will choose you as a consultant, and then and these are the consultation fees. Consultation fees for non-members is $100 per hour, okay, and $50 for a half-hour consultation. If you are a member of our platform, you get half off. It is $50 per hour and $25 for a half-hour consultation. Private consultations are not free. Okay, they are not free. Now, when you book a consultation, you will be able to choose which person you want to, which person you want to book that consultation with. Okay, you'll be able to choose which person you want to book that consultation with, and you have a list of different people, and you have and it will be outlined there what their consultation expertise is. If your consultation is on how to become an owner-operator, and how to sign up carriers, and how to do certain things, or whatever the case may be, just list what those are, and that way people who are coming on to sign up for consultations, they'll be able to see what it is, and they'll see what you are expert in. Myself, I can talk about anything. I can consult you on any subject, logistics or trucking or with the freight industry. I can consult with you on it. Okay, if you're like Mr. Washington, you're good at helping people to find to sign up carriers. That's your consultation. If your consultation is something that there's a lot of stuff that within this platform that helps out freight brokers. Like, take for instance, if as a freight broker you need access to shippers. If you look at your back office tools, all right, you have back office tools and resources. We have now, as freight brokers can't get loads from other brokers, but you're going to get loads from shippers. Now, also, as a freight broker, the best place for you to be, if not in a group full of dispatchers who got truckers that want loads. I mean, that's a free service to you, right? So you are part of you're within a network that is full of people you need to make money. You see how that works? Start networking. Remember I told you all the most valuable thing about our platform is the networking side of it? That is the most valuable part of this platform, is the networking. Y'all give me a second here. The networking is the most valuable part of this platform, because where else would, I mean, if you are a freight broker, let me explain something to you. If you are a freight broker, we are giving you free access to God knows how many dispatchers, okay, probably close to a couple of thousand at last count. And if they average just 2 carriers each, that gives you access to a lot of carriers who are looking for loads. right? So if you got a list of loads that you are providing, and you know a lot of our freight brokers need loads that's paying $2 a mile, whatever it can be. You got a whole bunch of loads that you are trying to put. Where else would you want to share your loads than with a group of dispatchers and a group of owner operators, right? Well, you got free access to them. And they're performing a free service for you. Why? Because if they grab one of those loads and their carrier runs that load and delivers, you as a freight broker is not paying that dispatcher. You're not paying any more money than you would have normally paid any other carrier that ran your load. So that dispatcher has just did what? Brought you a free customer. Because the carrier pays the dispatcher. Okay? So you just got a free customer. So the dispatcher is giving you a free service. Okay? Just remember that. Dispatcher is giving you a free service. And you have access to brokers, you have access to shippers, more than 19 million plus of them. And with the way that 6 code site works, that should be enough right there, along with all the other tools and resources that you have access to. All right? All right. My blood sugar. It's that time. I can feel myself, getting. But I hope you all enjoyed on today's broadcast. I hope it was everything that we claimed it was to be. It's not very often we get to introduce groundbreaking software. It's designed to help people to develop stuff like that. So start using your private consultation. I promise you it's worth it. Khaled will definitely tell you it's worth it. So I promise you it's worth it. Start using your private consultation. Start networking with each other. If you all just start talking to each other, if you all just started talking to each other, that's it. Just start. You got a chat group. Did you all know that there's a chat group on this website? Hello? Talk to me. Did you all know
yes.
Chat group?
Absolutely.
All right. Now, there's a chat group within this website. You don't have to go to Facebook.
Yes.
If you all would just utilize, the things that we give you available to you. I mean, here it is. You have a live chat group within this website. Here we go, network support chat group, and we have a live chat group right within this website. But not very many of you take advantage of it. Okay. Here's some people that are on here. They get on here. Hello, can you tell me how to get to this number? And we just kind of, you click here to join the conversation, and you just join the conversation. You can join us on Facebook, you can join us as a guest, whatever this is that, and then you log in. And you put in your username, and then you log in, and then you join the chat. So start chatting with each other and helping each other out. Okay? All right. I've got to go. This insulin thing is kicking in. I gotta get something to eat and check my blood sugar and and do this thing. But I really hope y'all enjoyed this. This was great. We're gonna work closely with Khaled, and that young man is very impressive, to say the least. So thank you all again. We are so glad to bring this type of positive networking and positive things to the industry, and that's what we're all about with this platform. We can't control what other people do or say on their platform. All we can control is how we respond to it, and we will never respond negatively to negative comments or things that's put out there, about us. We're always going to respond back positively. But we appreciate you all for being part of our platform, as always. Again, congratulations and all the props to Mr. Khaled Haj for his software. It is a great software. Please, everyone, connect with the young man. Reach out to him. He's on Facebook, KHALEDHAJ. Look him up. That's his Facebook page. And reach out to him and get this software. I mean, if you are an owner operator, if you're an independent dispatcher, this is a must. So, hey, make it happen. Let's make him successful and use the software to make yourself successful. Thank you again. This has been Calvin with the National Dispatcher Network and the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. Hopefully we'll see you all here next week. Same bat channel, same bat time. Don't forget our Mondays orientation this Monday night, 8 p.m. to 8:45. Tuesdays, spot training, 8 p.m. to 8:45. And Wednesdays, Q&A, 8 p.m. to 8:45. Y'all have a great day. Thanks again.
Thank you.